Okay, everyone. What I'd like to do is start out with the agenda, and I'm going to share my screen in Google Meet. So if somebody could just say yes out loud when I share my screen, just to make sure that I know that you're seeing the screen.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start out this way, if you guys don't mind. Here is my Google slideshow showing Screencastify. First slide is the agenda. So I am going to demonstrate the features of Screencastify. I will use my Google Slides in conjunction with the live demonstration. I'll have a few tabs open, the Screencastify tab, the Chrome Web Store, Google Meet, Google Slides, and my Did You Know video site. I will answer chat questions at the end of the meeting. I'm not that smart where I can go back and forth. I can multitask, but not that well. I do want to mention, though, I just copied the link into the chat for this slideshow. In addition, I will be adding it to MLP, and you'll see it that way. I will answer questions. Any question I do not know and I don't feel I have accurate information for, I will get back to you. You've already muted yourself, so I appreciate that. And you know that this session will be recorded. First, I want to talk about how to install Screencastify. Is there anyone here who has not installed Screencastify? Okay, a couple of you. So let's start off with that. I'm still sharing my screen. I'm going up to my Chrome store. So in order to see and install the Screencastify web extension, you need to go to the Chrome Web Store. In the search box, type in Screencastify and then just click on Add to Chrome. As you can see, mine has already been added. So if it wasn't added, you would see this Add to Chrome button right up here. That's all you do. When you do that, the extension will be added to your Chrome web bar up here. This is the icon for Screencastify, and you just click on that and start the recording. Hi, back here. Okay, so that's how you would add it to your Chrome store and start it up. As I just showed you, the icon looks like that little arrow. And how to start Screencastify. You would click on that extension in your Chrome browser, up in your toolbar, and you would start your recording. When you start your recording, it will look something like this. So what I am going to attempt to do now is start a recording, and hopefully you will see that. I was a little concerned because we're in Meet and I'm recording, but now I'm going to go to Screencastify. So let's hope that this will all work beautifully. I'm going to start in just any tab that I have. I have a couple of tabs up here. And I'll start in my Did You Know Tech Video tab. And let's say this is a website that you want to show to your students. To start Screencastify, you would click on the icon. And this is what you would see. There are three options. I am going to explain each one of these options at length in my Screencastify Google Slide PD, but I'll do my best to explain it right here. At the top, this first icon would show you all your recordings. The bell would show you your notifications, and the gear would show you your settings. Browser tab. If you only want to share one tab with your students and be very focused, you would select Browser tab. Desktop, which I typically select, would enable you to see all the tabs that are open. So if you're giving a recording and you're recording a lesson for the students and you want to show more than one tab, one might be a website, one might be mystery science, one might be a PDF, then you would pick that. Webcam only would obviously just be your face. That would be a great resource for reading a book to your children. Enable webcam if you don't want to be in the Screencastify recording and you just want to show it with your mouse, you would not enable the webcam. I am going to enable the webcam, select desktop, and click on record. And I'm going to record my entire screen and share. Just a big yell out yes if you see my web, here it goes, 3, 2, 1, and now I'm recording in Screencastify. Just a shout out if you see the website and me in the lower right hand corner. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I wanted was a yes. Okay, good. So right now, here's my desktop. You should be able to see all of my tabs. I'll close this tab. We don't need that one anymore. So I can go from tab to tab. I'm just going to go back to, did you know? Once you enable the Screencastify, it is recording. At any time, if you wanted to take yourself out of the bottom, you could click on your text. And then you decide you want to come back in. These are your annotation tools. If you click on the webcam, it will insert your picture back on the bottom right. If for some strange reason, which I've done 100 times, I close these tools and I'm like, oh no. If you press your Alt-T, the tools will come back. Again, that is Alt, A-L-T, and T. I'd like to investigate the tools, but before I do, I'm going to go back to my PD, and I'm going to present. Who's ever munching, that sounds really, really delicious. Okay, so I'm back to my PD. Started the recording. You can record, you have 3 options for recording: your desktop, your browser tab, and exclusively your webcam. And here in my PD, in my Google Slides is just a little explanation, which I think I've already explained. Desktop, multiple tabs. Browser, 1 tab. Enable webcam exclusively, only your picture. Recording in the browser tab will record the tab you are in. And there might be some benefits to this. You might be more focused with the children. Webcam on and off, but you can do that in desktop as well. And you will see 3 icons when you click on your picture. So I'd like to show you those 3 icons. I am in my webcam here. Let me just get out of there. And we're going to go back to me, just checking on it. Everybody okay? Just a little, do you see everything that's going on? Thumbs up? Thank you. Okay. So when I click on my picture, guys, actually this might not work that well in Meet. It doesn't look like it's going that well in Meet to show you this. Let me go into another tab. And click on my picture. Okay, unfortunately, I am not getting what I want to see here. When I did this earlier, there were 3 icons. I'll explain it later, but I've had a couple of people say when the webcam is embedded in one of your slides, can you make it full screen? In browser tab, you can. I actually tested it out, and in desktop you can too, but for now I'll show you if you wanted to make this embedded picture a little bit bigger, you can go up and make it that big, see the back and also the background, and also see yourself. So if you were reading a book to the students, you could make that larger, and then you could make it back smaller. FYI, in browser, there are going to be 3 icons for you in this webcam. One is going to say flip right and left. The next one is going to be full screen, so at any time you can make it full screen. This is the picture I'm in. And the last one is X to close out of it. So just wanted to mention that. I think we'll just get rid of me right here. And can everybody still see my Google slide, how my day began? Just someone yell out yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'd like to review the annotation tools. So the first one will pause the recording. Second one is your mouse pointer. Third one, you have a pen where you can insert, any color, write something to the students. You have your eraser. You have your embed webcam, which you could toggle on and off. I just toggled mine off. And then you can hide the tools. Again, write down at Alt-T to get these tools back. We've got some really great features here. Focus mouse. If I click on focus mouse, guys, as you can see, anything that I am kind of highlighting with the mouse really focuses you on those particular words. And this would really be quite advantageous for spelling, vocabulary, just about anything. We also have hide cursor. So when I'm not moving the mouse, I still have the spotlight, but you can't see the mouse. Now let me also take the focus off and hide the cursor. As you can see, that mouse is gone. I'll put it back on. And the last is hide the click. So if you don't want the student to see the click every time, you can hide it. I think the feature I like the most is the focus mouse, where you can really bring focus to any part of your presentation while you're recording this for the students for the direct instruction. Let me take that off. And now I'm going back to Google Meet just to say hi. Everybody see me? Okay, great. Let's go back to my PD for my slides and continue from here. So the benefits of recording in the browser are that, like I mentioned, you can focus. You can also make that picture, your embed picture, the webcam, full screen. I added this to the Google slide presentation. When I share this with you, I've already shared it in chat, but when I share it through my email functions through MLP, this will link you to the website, the benefits of recording in your browser tab. When you record the desktop, you will record the entire screen and all the tabs. That's really up for you to decide if that's beneficial to you or not. Recording in the desktop will look like this. It will ask you if you want to record your entire screen or just the application window. I would record your entire screen. Webcam only, I just could not look at myself in that picture again, so I just put up a picture of the cats. Webcam only, you will only see you. Again, this would be great for, maybe the joke of the day, reading a book, or a story starter. When you start Screencastify, you will see the screen. You've already decided on one of the 3 options, browser, desktop, or webcam. You click on record and you'll see your 3, 2, 1. Share your screen. And this again is just for your reference. I took a snapshot and I put in tons of arrows so you see exactly what the annotation toolbar will do for you. If at any point you want to pause your recording, you can go up to that Screencastify extension and click on pause and then start it up again. And when you are finished, you would stop sharing and click on stop sharing. So I'm coming back to Meet, and I'd like to show you stop sharing. So right now, I started the Screencastify. I am being recorded. Do you see at the bottom of my screen? Now, I'm not sure you can see this because we sort of have the Google Meet that's recording and then Screencastify in the Google Meet. Thumbs up if you see where it says stop recording at the bottom of my screen. Okay, good. Let me just get my mouse back. Should be great. I'm going to stop recording, stop sharing. You will see it in Meet, hopefully, but I'm stopping in Screencastify. So I'm stopping the sharing. And let me get to my Screencastify. And just a shout out if you can see this screen.
Yes.
Absolutely?
Yes.
Great. When you stop recording in Screencastify, you will see this screen. Couple of things. First thing you want to do is change the title. Okay? When you want to listen to it, you need to click to unmute. This is going to be a little weird because you're going to hear me and... Okay, so I'm just going to stop that because you're just going to hear too much audio. But when you want to listen to it back, what you're going to do is unmute it. You also have the ability in Screencastify. I would do this privately because I really can't get into the editor too much. It says open in editor. You can edit your Screencastify video. It's very easy to trim the beginning of it and the end of it. You can see the scissors are here. If you want to be a little bit more advanced and start cutting clips from the middle, I don't think any of us want to be Steven Spielberg right now, but if you do, you can open it in editor. Other things you can do, because I record 10 times before I like something, you can delete the Screencastify, and most importantly, how to share. You can share and get a shareable link, which you can then send out to the parents in an email. You can also download it as an MP4. So let's click on copy shareable link, and it's copied. I'm going to open up my email. Compose a new email. It might take a minute or two. We'll see what happens. And when I compose, taking a little long, try it again. Here it comes. Control V. That's it. So it automatically copies to the clipboard. I went into an email, Control V. And my feeling is, I'm thinking mostly pre-K, K, and 1 teachers are going to be doing this, but, certainly anyone can use Screencastify. So that's how you would copy it to an email. I am coming back to my video. details. I can also click on download, and as you can see, you can export it as an MP4. It's really easier just copying the shareable link, but you could also export that as an MP4 and it will work as well. Now, when you're in Screencastify, in order to see all your recordings, what I did was up here, I just clicked on My Recordings, and that is right there, My Recordings. And then you see all your Screencastify recordings. In addition, you can see your Screencastify recordings in your Google Drive. It automatically sets up a folder. I'll show you. My Drive. I did not create this folder. Screencastify, unlike Loom, works really beautifully with Google Drive. And here is my Screencastify videos. And they're here as well. So I am going to go back to my PC, my Google Slide presentation. Let me just go through this and then let's get some questions and hopefully answers. So to further review, well, let's show it anyway. Oh, that's not good. Anyway, we just stopped sharing the Screencastify. Let me show it in presentation view. Maybe that would be helpful. So I mentioned to you to make sure you rename it. Things aren't showing up, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go. So here's where you stop. It will say untitled. You will retitle it. You will give it a name. The icons at the top, my recording, notification, and your settings. This is what your screen will look like after you're seeing all your Screencastify videos. It's a little, it's lagging a little because these are all JPEG images. Saving to Google Drive, automatic, guys. Also save as an MP4. I just showed you that. There is a picture there. Can't see it right this second. You can open the editor and trim and crop as needed. I just showed you that, the Screencastify in your Google Drive. And here are my videos that I made for you as a follow-up to this live PD session. And questions. So I'm coming back to Meet. And I would like to look at the chat. Check out your questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. Okay. So, questions, guys.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, who's talking now?
It's Karen O'Brien.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Hi. If I want, is there like a whiteboard or something, like say if I want to do handwriting instruction and I want to show students how to form a letter, is there something like when you showed that one area where there's the pencil and the can I draw on the screen with that?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you're let's say you open up Google Slides and you have a clear white screen, you can then show that with the pen. It gives you the pen, it gives you colors, but it is not a text box, it's an actual pen, so I don't know how much control you'll have. FYI, Kristen Burke sent out a Google Chrome extension called Rogers Whiteboard. All those questions would have to be directed to Kristen. but that might, I mean, it is for math activities, but you probably, I'm thinking, use it for ELA as well. So there is a Chrome extension whiteboard that you can use with Google Chrome extension. But for Screencastify, I would just open up a blank Google slide and then right there as you're recording the directed lesson. Meg, were you about to say something, Meg?
I was. I've used the extension that Kristen sent, and for whatever reason, it opens in a completely, like it won't open along the top where all of your other open tabs are. So unless you're in that specific, what is it? Sorry, I have to open Screencastify because I'm not sure what it's called. Yeah, unless you're in the browser tab as you're recording, you'll have to toggle over to that whiteboard. But it's not super user friendly because you got to familiarize yourself with all of the tools. And I think using a Google slide or I mean a Google Doc, just blank document might be a little bit easier.
Right. And Karen, I'm writing down questions, so I'll research that as well. The best way to use Screencastify as you're actually teaching as if it was a whiteboard. But I'm thinking pretty much any Google Doc, any Google slide, if you're typing, you know, you could pretty much record that on the fly as you're doing it. But I'll look into that.
You can also, Karen, I'm not sure what grade you teach, but I found like the Foundations whiteboard online, and I just copied it as an image to use, and I've used that for the kids for, you know, letter formation and stuff.
Okay. I'm the occupational therapist at Ben Franklin.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to do, because some of the parents are asking me about letter formation, and I've sent them the handwriting without tears chart, but I want to be able to maybe show them how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And have multiple students, you know, look at it, not just have to do one session with each student. So, okay.
Right.
I'll have to play around with it, but thank you.
Karen,
All right,
I have a question.
Oh,
Linda, can you hear me?
yeah, sure, Erica.
It's Erica Smoots. So I've used Screencastify, and I do believe that I had just used the shareable link in my Google Classroom, but then I had some parents and kids say that they couldn't or they needed access to it. So do we ever have to make it public, or does it always make it available? And is it only to LTPS emails? Because I think some of my children are going in on other emails, and sometimes they can't open things. Does that make sense?
That is, it makes total sense. I put
Okay.
that down. I'm going to ask Stephen about it, but maybe what's happening is if you're not in the LTPS domain, then if you add that link as an announcement or post or an assignment in Google Classroom, it's not allowing you to open it, and there's a conflict. Totally,
Okay.
and I will get back to you.
Yeah,
So-
I went back in and made it public, and I think that worked, but I don't know if that's what we should be doing. So I guess just wanted to confirm that.
But if you make it public, but it's in your classroom, I'm thinking you're still safe.
Fine. Okay.
But great question. I'll get back to you. I think making it public, you're making Screencastify public. You're not making the classroom public. True?
Right. Just making the video public in the Google Classroom.
Got it. I have the question. I think what you're doing is correct. And I also think you're connecting with, you know, parents' Yahoo accounts or different accounts, and it's not within our domain. That might be presenting the problem.
Okay.
I see there's a couple of the questions in chat, guys, so let's look at those questions. Shortcut to pause video, there probably is, Meg. I'll find out what those controls are. Pretty much everything has a shortcut. I'm very familiar with the Alt-T to get that toolbar back, but I'll find out if there's what the shortcut is for pause. Maybe it's like Alt-P or something. I'll get back to you on that. I will also post all the answers to this in the email functions on Frontline, so you'll all see the answers, guys. Okay? Okay. Can you paste the link directly into a Google Classroom, Susan Gould? Yes, absolutely yes, through an announcement, through a post, or through an assignment. Jennifer, I created 2 Screencastifies and can't sign back in. I also don't know how to add it directly from Google Drive when adding it to Google Classroom. I have to upload it as an audio file and then find it. Jennifer, are you here? Did she leave? Oh, well, I'll answer that question anyway.
She's here. She said her microphone's not working.
Oh, okay. I got you. Thank you. So the answer to that is Screencastify automatically creates a link in Google Drive, which we saw it said create shareable link. You would take that link and it's, just click on the copy and you should be able to paste it into Google Classroom. So I'm going to contact Jennifer on my own for that question because that should work. Lisa Adams, how do you switch from a full picture of yourself, like when reading a book, to a small picture of yourself where you can also see the desktop too? All right, so there's a little conflict here, Lisa. Where are you, Lisa? I just saw Lisa with the baby. Hi, Ava. Ava's sleeping. Okay, stop it, Linda. So anyway, when you're using the browser tab, there are 3 little icons. So here's the browser. You see a whole window and you see the enabled webcam in the bottom. In browser, the 3 little tabs. The first one flips you from right to left. The middle one makes you full screen. And then there's an X which shuts the webcam. So you can go from full screen, not to full screen in browser tab. For some strange reason, I tried it in desktop this morning, and you could also toggle from full screen, not to full screen. Okay. And the last thing that I want to say about that is if you use the desktop and you're reading a book, you can take the webcam and with the double-headed resize arrow, make it bigger. I believe that Screencastify has made that full screen option available in browser tab. For some weird reason, when I was using it in desktop, I could go back and forth from desktop to the full-size webcam. So I would say just to try it out, and then I can speak with you further if it's not working. I don't know if that answer was clear or not, but I see the baby sleeping, so, okay. Your mic isn't working, otherwise you'd speak. I'm sorry, Jennifer, you might want to put in a web help desk for that, or make sure that your mic isn't muted. Or I just learned something pretty cool here. You guys can still see my screen, right? Thumbs up? Okay, this is not Screencastify, but Stephen Prentice showed me this. I'm going up to my URL, and do you see this little lock? Jennifer, if you click on that, see if your microphone is on. See if that says allow. That could be it. Tell me if that works for you. That's the best I have on the microphone. Let's see. Elizabeth, I had the same issues. Erica, okay. Were you talking about the Google Classroom issue, Elizabeth? Unmute yourself if you have a question you want to talk. You have to unmute yourself at the bottom, guys. Okay, I don't know if Elizabeth is still with us.
So I have a question, Linda. How can you link this to Seesaw?
Say it again.
How can you link this to Seesaw?
Okay. If I were to link a Screencastify to Seesaw, Kim,
Yeah.
I would take the shareable link. I would Would you like me to try it in front of all of you?
That would be good because the one that I sent,
Okay, I will.
the one that I tried to send out this morning through email was too long and it wouldn't go.
Okay, I'm willing to be an absolute fool here, so just hang on. All right, so I have the Screencastify. Just yell out yes if you still see my screen. Yes?
Okay, yes, I see it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to copy my shareable link. I am going to go into Seesaw. I click on Seesaw, and I have some fake classroom in Seesaw. Here I am. See that, Kim? You with me?
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to click on Add. I could do any of this. Let's say I'm going to send an announcement. I'm going to send to all 1 students. Here is my lesson for today. They don't have to know it's in Screencastify, whatever. Click attachment. Click on link. Paste that link in. Click on the check mark. I do have something to say though. Click on the check mark again. Send now. And here is the Screencastify for your parents. So they see this, they would click on the Screencastify link, and it should actually work beautifully. Now, having said that, aren't you impressed that I did? No, just joking.
Yes, I am.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You might have the same issue as Erica. I don't think so, but I want to ask even and the powers that be to make sure that has nothing to do with our LTPS domain, if that makes sense.
Okay, so the problem is that the K1 kids don't have an LTPS. They're using their
That's
parents.
correct. And second and third have emails, but they're not enabled. So technically, everyone is using the parent's email with the exception of second and above. You can get into all of these using Google Classroom, which you don't have the luxury to do.
Okay. And I'm just reading a text from Michelle D'Angelo, by the way. We're out till May 15th. The governor must have said something. Just so everybody knows. You're the first to know after me.
Oh, thank you for sharing that.
May 15th.
Anything else you want to tell us?
No, I know nothing. Nothing.
Okay. So to review, you can put a Screencastify in Google Classroom, in Seesaw. You can send it through an email, just a copy and paste. I don't think that we're going to have any trouble with inserting that link into a Seesaw because it looked to me just like a dot video, so I don't think there should be a problem. But
Linda,
that's very helpful. In addition, for some reason, if you want to record a Google Meet, it works the same way. So I'm recording this Meet. If you were to use Meet to record your lesson, you could also put it in Seesaw and in Classroom and through email. Michelle?
So Linda, you know the specialist site that we have where we each have a page in the Google Slides and we're modifying the pages weekly. So I was using our EPS YouTube channel and grabbing links off of there and inserting them into the page for people to see the stories that I'm reading. But I wanted to try this and see if the video is any better because I have to have someone help me with the video too. It's like so annoying. So I'm hoping this will be better. But is there anything to put in to those pages that's not just a link that looks a little bit nicer, like a screenshot of what it's going to be, what it will look like, or is it really just putting the link in is the best bet?
I could work with you, off of our little site, our meeting right here, but you could technically put in a PDF. You could put in a picture and link it to a website, which would look a little bit better. So let's see, if you're reading a book off of Epic, or you're just reading in, a book. What I do for every single one of my slides is I take a JPEG and then I make it a link to the website. So I think that will look much better than the URL code.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a screenshot, link it with a hyperlink to the website, to the PDF. That always looks better than just a general URL web address.
Okay.
Let me see if there are any more questions in the chat. I don't see, let me see. Okay, so if I already have a video on my phone, can I upload it to Screencastify? I will check that, but why would you want to upload it to, so you want a video on a video, kind of. Lydia, true?
I recorded myself this morning reading a story because I read every day from the Magic Treehouse books, and the video is 17 minutes. Seesaw will only put up 10 minutes of it, so now I have to record it again. So
Okay.
if I put it in Screencastify, can I just upload that link for parents, or should I just record it again?
Well, you could record it again, or you could bring up, if the video is an MP4, whatever the video is, open it in a tab, and then when you're recording on Screencastify, click on the tab and enable the video, and the video is right there.
I think I'll just record it again and split it up.
You could do that, but if you have the video on your computer, or if you've sent it from your phone through email to your computer, open it up in one of the tabs, and then when you're recording Screencastify, that tab becomes part of your Screencastify video. I would be happy to work with you one-on-one. FYI, any of you who want to work one-on-one, any of you who want to have a little grade group, Google Meet, to hone in on specific grade level issues, I would be more than happy to do so. Erica, is there a maximum amount of videos you can save and create? Should we ever delete them? Are they always available once they've been? I have so many, Erica, I don't know what the max is. I have never had a problem with the amount or videos, and also Screencastify has let you go on and on with the length. I just recorded a 40-minute video, used to be 5 minutes. So they're helping in this situation. Just to show you my screen here, let's see if I could find it. Let's see, which one is it? I'll just open another tab here. So Erica, if you see this, look at all these videos. Crazy, right? So if that answers your question, I don't see a limit. I will find out and I will get back to you.
Yeah, one reason I was hesitating, my question's the next on the chat there, Ms. Miller, Mark Rowe. I heard that Screencastify was 10-minute limit on a video and 30 videos per month, but I think they waived all that. Is that correct?
I would say yes, because originally Screencast, I was going to get to Mark. Please call me Linda. I feel like 100 if you call me Ms. Miller. Anyway, Leah, stop laughing. Anyway, it used to be 5 minutes, and I was really concerned about that. Like, your videos are going to be way longer. So I just recorded a 36-minute video, and I don't see any limit. I will get back to you, Mark, to see if there's any limits, but I feel like all of those limitations have been lifted from every single platform.
Great, thank you.
I watched a YouTube tutorial on Screencastify, and they said it was like 500 videos. 50 videos a month was the limit. Which
I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to get back to you on all these questions. And the way I'm going to get back to you is when you sign up an MLP, I can send you an email and I will answer all the questions in the email. And Mark, you have to forgive me. Where do you work? What do you do?
High school history. So I'm making a lot of these videos with my PowerPoint notes in the background, and like 50 may not be enough. So I really would love an answer to that question.
Oh, I'll get it for you.
Thank you so much. I have to actually go teach a class at 2 o'clock. Thank you for your help. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye, Mark. Okay. I was wondering why he was wearing a tie, but anyway. Any other questions? I hope I've been helpful. You can email me. I do have another live PD with Loom at 3 o'clock. If any of you, hi Ava, if any of you, these are being recorded. Can you imagine these are recorded and they post them? Anyway, if any of you are concerned about Loom over Screencastify, I would not learn both. I would learn one or the other. Too much is just too much. And Loom is a video recording platform just like Screencastify. And it's just a matter of preference. So I would not learn both. Any other questions, concerns, email me. I'll get back to you guys on all of this. I really hope that this was beneficial for you. And in the chat, I shared my Google Slide PD, but I will also share the email functions. And I think it'll be a very good resource for you to go back and see all the specific functionality of Screencastify. Anything else? No. All right. Well, then I think I'll sign off and get ready for my next one. Sending you love, everybody.